The cable car over the Rhine at Koblenz affords a superb view of the upper Middle Rhine Valley. The most famous feature of the UNESCO World Heritage Site is the cliff known as the Lorelei. But on top of the cliff, there's a construction marring the landscape. What is it? Let's go in a little closer. Still no idea? We'll help a little. Can you tell? This is what's going on at the Lorelei. A cable draws thrill seekers up the slope on a sled. Then they slide down 700 meters through a steel half-pipe. It's a summertime toboggan run. UNESCO is demanding that it be dismantled. Otherwise, the UN cultural body will revoke the World Heritage title. It's a huge blow to Rhine River. The toboggan run is the fulfillment of a long-held dream.
We're riding on a field above the Lorelei cliff. It's true that we're on the plateau, but there's no connection between us and the Rhine, or the course of the Rhine. So I think it's more than exaggerated to talk about taking away or damaging the world cultural heritage.
UNESCO disagrees. The organization points to mismanagement of the Lorelei, saying that as the cliff is the most conspicuous part of the World Heritage Site, it needs to be especially protected.
You have to ask, if they want to be a World Heritage Site, which is like playing in the Champions League, why would they put a sled run precisely there? No one would do a bungee jump on the Cologne Cathedral. That's how I see it.
In the town hall at the foot of the Lorelei, the local politicians don't seem too perturbed. The mayor is convinced that the problem will solve itself within 2 years, once vegetation has grown up to hide the bobsled run. But he's prepared to face a worst-case scenario.
Then we could end up in a situation where the state of Rhineland-Pfalz buys the facility and then dismantles it. That would have the peculiar result that a private investment would be purchased with taxpayers' money and then destroyed with taxpayers' money.
What? Tear down the shiny new toboggan run? Rainer Knecht can't imagine that. He says it's not as if he set it up overnight. Lots of officials were involved in granting the permit.
The Planning Association sent a letter around to 52 agencies and organizations, and they all got a CD with all the planning documents. They had the opportunity to object. From the idea to the construction permit, we had exactly 3 years, 11 months, and 17 days.
Not all the organizations are pleased about the toboggan run. Friends of the Earth Germany filed a suit against the project, which temporarily halted the construction work. Ultimately, a higher court ruled the project could go on, despite concerns for the environment.
The potential effects on the surrounding nature preserves were not examined. We consider that a huge flaw in the investigation, a huge deficiency. That's why we're continuing to call for this summer bobsled run to be dismantled as soon as possible.
Back to the cable car. It was also criticized by UNESCO. And to be honest, it really protrudes on the World Heritage Site. It was supposed to be taken down after Koblenz hosted the Federal Horticultural Show in 2011.
Now, 5 years on, we see that the cable car is incredibly popular. And obviously, no one wants to set the entire population against them.
The toboggan run has also proved to be a highly popular attraction. So what is the solution? Should the World Heritage status be taken away? It wouldn't be the first time in Germany. In 2009, UNESCO revoked the status for the Dresden-Elbe Valley over the construction of a bridge that the population had approved in a referendum. There are also plans for a bridge at the Lorelei, replacing the slow and expensive ferry rides over the Rhine.
We're not a living museum here. We're people who live and work here, and we want to go on living and working here. For that, we need a certain infrastructure, and that definitely includes a bridge.
Rainer Knecht has more ideas. He would like to build a golf course near his toboggan run. The Upper Middle Rhine Valley Heritage Site is facing a number of challenges.